quite as well, perhaps, as we might have hoped. Joining us, TV critic Caroline Westbrook. Caroline, good morning.
Morning.
Because the big hope was that maybe Hugh Laurie might have got something.
Yes, it was. We were kind of hoping that Hugh Laurie might finally get that Emmy for his role in House. He has actually been nominated for it for 4 times. This tends to happen with the Emmy Awards, and certainly with other big TV awards in the States, is that you do get nominated for things over and over again, and eventually I think they just give in and give it to you. So I guess Hugh Laurie's got to get a few more nominations before.
Yeah,
he actually,
I mean the Brits had a huge amount of nominations this year. I mean, it's why haven't we actually sort of won the awards as such then?
It's hard to say. This happens a lot with things like the Emmys, and also to a certain extent things like the Oscars. That they get very enthusiastic about nominating the Brits. I mean, Judi Dench was nominated this year for Return to Cranford, and Maggie Smith was nominated, and there were a lot of them. And,
but it's the homegrown talent there. We're seeing Pacino and we've got then Susan Sarandon. I mean, obviously there is still a huge homegrown industry in TV. In fact, I mean, we ought to say perhaps the quality of the television production and the writing and so on is very high.
Absolutely. I mean, the actual quality of TV in the US at the moment, the shows that are coming out, things like Mad Men and Glee and Modern Family, which are the shows that did very, very well last night. I mean, it's absolutely fantastic. It's probably better than it's ever been. And
does that mean that then UK television that will just be buying in these ready-made programmes, that in a way it actually precludes homegrown production and investment? Because Mark Thompson made this point about B-Sky B, for instance. Let's start making our own.
Yeah, we should do. I think we are good at actually producing good quality shows. And also actually selling them to the US. For example, Sherlock is an example of a show that's actually been sold to US TV. It's actually been very successful, and they've commissioned a second series, etc. So we are capable of coming up with things like that. Whether we're more capable of doing en masse like the Americans are, and they have this whole kind of culture where they have a new season in the autumn, and all these new shows come out, and there's a whole load of them, and we tend not to do that quite so much here, I don't think. Yeah,
just sort of sell a piecemeal bit. But let's obviously reflect on success. Archie Punjabi, who, I mean, we say unknown. I mean, she has actually, I think, done a film.
Deceased.
Yeah, with there she is, just getting up to get her award with Angelina Jolie, who we understand is congratulated her backstage. But I mean, getting an Emmy now, it opens, I guess, so many other roles
absolutely. It's absolutely fantastic news for her as well. It's another example of what happens when British actors, again, go to the States and make it on TV or make it in film there. They can actually get honoured in this way, and that's probably why a lot of them do it, because there's tends to be more opportunities. If you can make it out there, then,
And you earn a few bob in the meantime
well,
as well.
There's that as well, yes.
Just a thought before you go. We've just been featuring Sir Cliff in the papers, who's not been seen on our screens for a while, but is seen in his calendar there. I mean, it is quite an extraordinary state to be in at the age of 70, don't you think?
It's remarkable, isn't it? I can't say I'm going to be buying one, though.
No? You're not a fan?
No, I don't think it would look good in my kitchen.
Yeah, but I mean, I think it's the red wine, Charlotte, they're suggesting is the secret to the success. Is that right?
Well, I was asking people what they thought this was down to. So we've had quite a few suggestions. Laurie says, I'm sure it's the good living and the great lifestyle. And she reckons that he's got good body genes as well, which helps. And we've had some more suggestions, though. Lou Who says, what about a well-fitting girdle? Although you can't really get away with it in that picture.
Well, you just have to breathe in while you're on the beach, wouldn't you, for the snap,
Steve Obrey says, yes, it's amazing what a few million quid in the bank can do for your looks and your health. Ermin thinks it's down to airbrushing, and Adrienne says, no wife. That's what it's down to.
Or is it hair brushing as opposed to airbrushing? I don't know.
He's on our tennis though, Cliff Richard.
So maybe that's it.
You can get specialist combs for chest hair. Not that you know that, of course.
Yeah, don't even want to know how you know that.
And clearly, it's worked well in that case, but there we are. Congratulations to Cliff if you're watching. Do give us a ring and tell us the secret of your success, because I'd like to know. 30-inch waist at the age of 70, good grief. Golf maybe can help. Didn't for Colin Montgomery.
Golf's good for your waist.
Yeah. Indeed.
He might be watching. He won't like that. Right, Colin Montgomery has named his 3 wildcard picks for Europe's Ryder Cup team. Italy's Edoardo Molinari.
Actually, Vettel belted button out the race, but there we are. We'll come to that a bit later. Caroline, thank you very much indeed for coming in, joining us this bank holiday weekend, and time to get out in the sun for us all after the programme, maybe.
Sunglasses all week.
Extraordinary.
It's just
if we
really
can
nice.
Find them
Yeah.
where we left them
You'll find
back
them.
in July.
It's just going to be so nice this week, I can't tell you. And it's
Wow.
really nice to forecast some settled weather as well. So bank holiday today for many. Let's take a look at the forecast.
Country and plenty of reaction from you still on that story. Keep them coming in. News@sky.com 84501 for the text messages. First, the update on the rest of the headlines with Charlotte.
Thank you, Mark. Lord Mandelson hit out at the Labour leadership contender Ed Miliband, suggesting he'd be a regressive influence on the party. In an interview with The Times, Lord Mandelson... Tempting. You could
You
start
just put a
from
new
scratch,
floor in.
couldn't you?
Yeah, don't do that. Anyway, thank you very much. Time to take a look at how the cricket world is reacting. First, let's get the rest of the day's news with Charlotte.
Thanks, Mark. And an update on the breaking news. And in the last few minutes, police have confirmed that a 10-year-old girl is undergoing plastic surgery in Dundee after being attacked by 3 Rottweilers. The incident took place...
I'll tell you what, they could have got rid of Wembley a bit quicker, couldn't they, if they'd done that? But they were rebuilding it, however. Thank you very much indeed. Back to the cricket now.